Hey guys, so I'm doing a tutorial today using the Wet n Wild color icon palette, and this is in number 738 Comfort Zone. I don't know if you'll be able to read that, but it just looks like this. So it's greens on this side and browns on this side. I showed this in my USA haul. Really cheap, like $5 at the drugstore, and really good color payoff. So yeah, this was a request by Sue. Sorry, my computer's over here. Sue 55585, and she wanted a wearable day look, but that had a little bit more like emphasis and darkness, like not just, you know, your total neutral look. So this really depends on you. For me, I would totally wear this in the day, you know, to work, whatever. I use browns to keep it softer, like brown eyeliner on the waterline and stuff, but throughout the tutorial I will tell you, like, you know, you can stop at this point, you don't need to add this step, this is just my personal preference, and you know, so you can decide throughout the tutorial what is most wearable for you and what you feel comfortable wearing. This is my first tutorial, so I'm a little bit nervous because I don't have the best lighting. I tried to get some better lighting with having a lamp here and putting my mirror to the side. I don't have a fancy camera, guys, so I'm not going to be able to like zoom in right just on my eye. That's kind of as good as it's gonna get. So I hope you'll be able to see. If not, don't criticize me too much. This is my first tutorial, so please be nice. Yeah, so if you're interested in this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so for the first shadow I'm going to be using is this one, and it's the brow bone one. This one's going to go from the brow bone to the eyelid and on the inner corner, and I'm just going to be using a $1 elf brush, which looks like that. So you just want to take that and you're going to kind of do a patting motion, and you're just going to put that all over. Careful with these because they are a little bit powdery. I have translucent powder underneath my eye just to kind of pick up any of the fallout to make it easier to brush away. Bring it into your inner corner a little bit, and then of course just sweeping it under the brow. Then if you want, you can take just any kind of blending brush. This is an E35. Let me see if I can show it to you. This is the Sigma E35 tapered blending brush, and it just looks like this. Sorry, I have the MAC phone number on my hand because the girl called and said that they got the Surf Baby collection stuff in and that they'll be shipping it out to me. And I have to call her back. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the other side of this elf $1 eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to take the color that says crease on the brown side, patting rather than, you know, like brushing on, and I'm just going to pat that onto the eyelid. This is a darker color, I know, for some of you maybe, and it is the crease color in this palette, so you could always change it to use the eyelid color if this is a little too dark for you. But if you want a little bit of extra oomph in your daily look, then this, I think, works really nicely. So you're just kind of blending it a little bit into the crease just so that it's not like, you know, just on the lid and stark dark color. So I'm just packing it on until I feel like that's a good color. And like I said, kind of rounding it at the outer edge. So once you feel that you have the color on, it should kind of look like that. Then you can take your, again, I'm just using a tapered blending brush. You could use, this is the Sigma one again, you could use like the 217 from MAC or the whatever the equivalent is in Sigma. And then I'm going to take this eyelid color here and I'm going to put that in my crease all the way in. So starting on the outer edge, and then you are going to bring that right in. So if you don't know where your crease is, it's just the socket right above the eyelid where your eye goes in. So when you push with the brush, you'll feel it kind of go in, and then your brow bone is above it. I know this is a bit lighter, but it's just to kind of help to blend. And so once you feel like that, you can of course blend. This is a SS224. This is the old version, so you can use a MAC 224 or whatever the new equivalent of the Sigma one is. It's a travel brush, so it's kind of teeny. So you can just blend that with the brow bone color, which was the first one that we used. So just blend until you think that that's good. If you wanted, you could also use Soft Brown by MAC if you have that. And at the end, if you feel like you have a bit, you've taken off too much of the brow bone color, which I may have on this color, or on this side I mean, then I can always go back in at the end. But while you're blending, like blend everything and then reapply it like after if you need to. And so then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm taking my MAC 217. You can't really see it because you can see those little silver specks, it's worn off. Put clear nail polish over your brush labels. Okay, I'm going to take this definer color, which is really dark and really pigmented, so I'm just going to literally like tap it. Blow it off a little bit if you want. And then I'm just going to put this in the outer corner. So it's like the outer V, you kind of make that V along the lash line it comes in. And then of course it goes up in the crease a little bit. It's really dark, so be careful with it. I'm just patting before I'm like blending it on, and as you can see that looks really terrible and dark, but don't worry, we'll blend it. And then you can bring it in a little bit. But see, I don't want to go very far. Like I've just blended it in a little bit. So then you can take a new blending brush, so I might just take this tapered one again, and you can start to do kind of like circular motions, because you want to try and keep a majority of the color there, but you also want to kind of blend it out a little bit. And then of course the regular old windshield wiper motion. You can always use like separate clean brushes if you want. I just find if I'm working in the same color family and they're all browns, and I work from light to dark, there's no harm in really using the same brush, but it's totally up to you. Then I'm going to take the SS224. Oh, I just got, as you can see that. I didn't put concealer on yet, but I'll have to touch that up when I use the concealer. So I'm just blending over with a more like fluffy blush like the SS224. And of course you want to blend it inwards a bit too, so it's not just all on the outer corner. And you kind of just can go back and forth with it. Until you feel like you've blended it out good. I think that's about good. So when you kind of have that, of course, if you want to blend it out more because you're worried about it being too dark for day, then of course you can always do that. Okay, and then the last step for eyeshadows is to take the brow bone color, this one here, from the other side, the green side, and this is the Makeup Geek C421 mini concealer brush. It's kind of like a 239 shader brush. I'm just going to pat that, so just patting like that. And then of course you're going to put this on the middle of the eyelid. This is just going to brighten it up and give it a little bit of shimmer on the middle. Like, you know how people say it like draws attention to the color of your eye, the pupil? So you're just patting a little bit of that. And then of course you're going to kind of just blend it on either side so that it doesn't just look like it's just been put on there. So to blend, I'm just going kind of back and forth on each side like this with the brush. Kind of pulling the colors together. So you should have something like this. And like I said, then if you feel like you need to go back in, I could probably put a little bit more brown bone color up here on this side maybe. But like I said, it's totally optional, up to you. Okay, so the next step, you're done with your eyeshadows. The next step, of course, is to do eyeliner. Actually, you will need the eyeshadow after. I shouldn't say you're completely done with it, but is to do your eyeliner. If I can find mine here. For the top, I'm just using the NYX felt tip liner. It's really small and thin. So I just line my top waterline with that, my top eyelid with that, really thin, as close as you can to the lash line, and then you're going to set it with the powder. So I'm going to go line my eye and then I'll be right back. Okay, so once you have your line, as you can see, it's really thin, you can't even really like see it that good, but there you go. So once you have your line done, then you're just going to take an angled brush. This is just the e.l.f. small angled brush. You can also use the Sigma one. I generally use that one for my eyebrows though. And then you're going to just take the definer color, which is the dark one that we used in the outer corner. Just dab that in. And then you're just going to line over the black liner just to kind of set it, but also to kind of soften it. So you're just going to kind of, and this will fall out a lot, as you can see on my face. So just keep reapplying until you feel like you've set the eyeliner good. And you kind of want to like have it blend out a little bit. You don't want it to be like completely just on the line that you did. So I kind of tend to go a little bit over it. So kind of looks like that after you go over it. And then, I forgot to do this earlier, but I'm just taking a smudge brush, and this is by sparesource.ca. I got it at Walmart. They kind of look like the Bobbi Brown ones a bit, and the brush is just like this, but any kind of smudge or a pencil brush. I had a pencil brush and I lost it when I was traveling. So you're just going to run this underneath, kind of where your lashes start on the bottom, and you're running the crease color. Sorry, I probably forgot to say that. Underneath. It's really irritating me. So you kind of just run underneath like that. Then again, okay, so the underneath part, optional. The liner on the top, optional. This also optional. This is Stubborn Brown by MAC. Colors. I'm just going to run this on my waterline. And of course, you always have the option to use black. That would also help take this, like, because this could be for night as well, in my opinion. A little bit on the top lash line as well. So I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, so hey guys, I'm back. All I did was put on my mascara, so I'll show you. I just used the, the Rimmel Lash Accelerator. I curled my lashes first with the Shu Uemura. I don't know how to say it. Then I just cleaned up any of the fallout with my F80, because you don't have a little foundation left on it. Then I just used my Avon, it's wearing off, Magic's concealer brush, the one in light that I talked about in a video. I did a separate review on this if you're interested, to just kind of lighten up under the eye. My bag on this eye is way worse. Anyway, and then I set it with Bare Minerals Well Rested, and it's just kind of that yellow toned powder. I set it with that. So that's all I did. I hope you guys liked it. So thanks for watching. See you later.